The film opens with a vast ocean stretching endlessly across the horizon. Beneath these waters lies a hidden world, a kingdom belonging to the mermaids. As the story begins, we see a massive ship sailing across the waves. On board, many sailors are busy collecting artifacts and treasures from the sea, items they later sell for profit. Among these people is a young noble prince named Eric. Unlike the others, Eric is not there for profit, but because he has a deep fascination with the mysteries of the ocean. He loves collecting rare and special things from the sea, and so he often joins these voyages himself. This particular day is special. It is the night of the Moon Festival, a legendary time when sailors believe mermaids emerge from the sea. Many of the men on the ship hope to capture a mermaid, believing the legends to be true. But Eric, being noble-hearted and compassionate, strongly forbids such actions. He tells the crew not to harm any mermaids, showing his kind nature and his respect for the sea. By his side is his loyal guardian, a trusted man who serves Eric's mother, the Queen. This guardian reminds Eric that as a prince, he should not get distracted by small trinkets from the ocean, but Eric remains fascinated by the mysteries of the sea. The perspective shifts below the waves, revealing the breathtaking underwater kingdom. It is a magnificent realm filled with life and beauty, unlike anything seen on land. At the heart of this kingdom is King Triton, the mighty ruler of the seas, often regarded as the god of water itself. Triton has 7 daughters, each one a mermaid. On this day, he calls 6 of his daughters to him. However, the youngest daughter, Ariel, is missing. Triton sends his trusted advisor, Sebastian the Crab, to find her. Loyal and obedient, Sebastian sets out to search. We then find Ariel, the youngest and most curious of the mermaid sisters. She is endlessly fascinated by the human world and its artifacts. Accompanied by her loyal friend Flounder, a small fish, Ariel often ventures into the ruins of sunken ships. She collects human objects and treasures, storing them as part of her secret collection. On this day, she swims to a distant wreck despite Flounder's warnings that dangerous sharks lurk in those waters. Ariel ignores the warning, and as she explores, she is attacked by a massive shark. Using her cleverness, Ariel traps the predator in a net and narrowly escapes. Ariel's fascination with human objects continues as she finds a strange fork among the wreckage. Curious about its purpose, she takes it to her friend Scuttle, a bird who claims to know about human inventions. Scuttle confidently but incorrectly tells Ariel that the fork is used for combing hair. Ariel, trusting her friend, begins to use it as a hairbrush. At that moment, Sebastian finally finds her and delivers her father's message. Tonight is the Moon Festival, and she must return immediately. Ariel quickly swims back to the kingdom. Elsewhere, the story introduces Ursula, a sea witch with enormous tentacles, resembling a monstrous octopus. Ursula has been watching Ariel closely, waiting for the right moment to strike. She has her own plans, and Ariel is at the center of them. When Ariel arrives before her father, Triton confronts her angrily. He demands to know where she has been. Ariel admits she was exploring human artifacts again. Triton becomes furious, warning her that humans are dangerous and cannot be trusted. He despises them deeply, for Ariel's mother was killed by humans long ago, fueling his hatred. Ariel argues that humans are not all bad and that their world is beautiful, but Triton refuses to listen. He orders her never to seek out human things again. Hurt and frustrated, Ariel storms away. Knowing she will not obey, Triton commands Sebastian to watch over her closely. Ariel retreats to her secret grotto, where she keeps her vast collection of human objects, books, coins, trinkets, and countless treasures from shipwrecks. She dreams of walking among humans, seeing their world with her own eyes. As she wonders about life beyond the sea, she hears explosions above the water. Drawn by curiosity, Ariel swims up and discovers a grand ship lit up with fireworks. This is none other than Prince Eric's vessel, where he and his people are celebrating. Ariel watches in awe as Eric mingles with his crew, behaving like an ordinary man rather than a distant prince. His guardian, however, reminds him to behave properly, but Eric simply laughs it off. Ariel listens to him and admires his kindness and humility, feeling a connection to him. Suddenly, the weather turns. A fierce storm rises, and waves batter the ship violently. Lightning flashes across the sky as rain pours down. The crew scrambles to abandon ship, climbing into lifeboats. The vessel catches fire, splitting apart under the force of the storm. Amidst the chaos, Eric realizes his loyal dog is still trapped on board. Refusing to leave without him, Eric rushes back. But before he can escape, The ship breaks apart and Eric is thrown into the sea, sinking into the dark depths. Watching from the water, Ariel dives in after him. She finds Eric unconscious and pulls him to the surface, swimming with all her strength until she brings him safely to shore. There, under the moonlight, Ariel gazes at him with wonder. For the first time, she sees a human up close. She touches his face gently, marveling at him. Desperate to wake him, she sings softly, her voice carrying like magic. Soon after, guards from the palace arrive, searching for Eric. As they take him away, Eric briefly regains consciousness. He remembers hearing a girl's voice, but he does not see Ariel. He believes someone mysterious saved his life, someone he must find. Hidden in the shadows, Ariel watches as he is carried off, her heart torn between fear and hope. Unbeknownst to her, Ursula has witnessed everything, recognizing the perfect opportunity to manipulate Ariel's longing for the human world. From this moment forward, Ariel's heart is restless. She dreams of Eric, waiting by the ocean every day, hoping he will come to find her. Meanwhile, Eric, now recovering in the palace, cannot stop thinking about the mysterious girl who saved him. He asks his mother, the queen, if she has found her. She insists they have not, but reassures him they will. Still, Eric remains convinced the girl is real, possibly even a mermaid, and he longs to see her again. That Ariel's sisters grow concerned when they see her distant and distracted. King Triton, suspicious of Ariel's behavior, questions Sebastian, who reluctantly admits the truth. Ariel saved a human. Furious, Triton storms to Ariel's grotto. With his mighty trident, he destroys all the human artifacts she has collected, shattering her dreams in an instant. Ariel pleads with him to stop, but he refuses, leaving her devastated and heartbroken. In her sorrow, Ariel becomes vulnerable. Ursula seizes the opportunity, appearing before her. The witch introduces herself, claiming to be Ariel's aunt, and offers her a solution. Ursula says she understands Ariel's love for a human and can grant her wish to become one herself. But there is a price. Ariel must give Ursula her voice in exchange for legs. She will have 3 days to win Eric's love and seal it with a kiss. If she succeeds, she will remain human forever. If she fails, she will belong to Ursula forever. Ariel hesitates, frightened by the bargain. Ursula tempts her further, saying that if she refuses, she will be trapped under her father's control for the rest of her life, never knowing the human world. Torn between her fear and her longing, Ariel finally agrees. Ursula performs dark magic, trapping Ariel's voice inside a glowing locket. She chants and transforms Ariel, granting her human legs. Struggling to swim without her tail, Ariel barely makes it to the shore. Weak and breathless, she collapses on the sand. Nearby, fishermen discover her. Surprised but kind, they take her to the palace, believing she is a survivor from the sea. Ariel, overwhelmed but joyful, looks at her new legs in wonder. Her dream has come true, she is human. At the palace, Ariel is cared for by none other than Queen Selena, Eric's mother. She is bathed, dressed, and treated with kindness. Though she cannot speak, her beauty and presence enchant those around her. Soon, Eric arrives, curious about the mysterious girl. He is surprised by her, struck by her innocence and charm. For a brief moment, he wonders if she could be the one who saved him. But when she does not speak, his doubts return. Ariel, desperate to reveal the truth, cannot speak without her voice. Instead, she silently cherishes the time near him. Sebastian soon appears, reminding Ariel of Ursula's deal. She has only 3 days to win Eric's love, or she will belong to the witch forever. The clock is ticking. Ariel, now living in the palace as a human, is filled with wonder. Everywhere she looks, she discovers new things she had only dreamed about while under the sea. She explores the palace halls with wide eyes, finding a special room where Eric keeps his collection of artifacts, objects salvaged from the ocean, much like Ariel's own secret grotto once held. As she studies the items, her eyes fall upon a small mermaid carving. With a bittersweet smile, she carefully places it back. At that moment, Eric enters the room. He begins showing her his collection, proudly sharing maps of distant lands and treasures of the sea. Ariel listens attentively, silently thrilled to be near him. Their bond begins to grow, though Ariel cannot speak a single word. Eric is charmed by her curiosity and innocence. At one point, Ariel picks up a rough stone, and with a small action reveals a hidden diamond inside, surprising Eric, who had never realized its value. He begins to see her in a new light, fascinated by her perspective. Still deep inside, he wonders if she truly is the mysterious girl who saved his life. Eric's guardian notices the closeness forming between them and questions Eric, but Eric admits he cannot ignore the memory of the voice that saved him. Torn between his heart and his doubts, he insists on continuing the search. To ease Eric's mind, the Queen arranges for him to travel, taking Ariel along. A horse carriage is prepared, and together they ride through the countryside. Ariel experiences the human world for the first time: vibrant villages, colorful markets, and joyous music. She delights in everything, tasting food, dancing in the streets, and even playfully riding horses along the seashore. She buys a cap for Eric as a gift, and they laugh together like carefree companions. Slowly, love blossoms between them, unspoken but deeply felt. One evening, Eric takes Ariel on a small boat. The moonlight reflects off the calm waters as they drift along, surrounded by nature's beauty. Watching them from nearby, Ariel's animal friends whisper excitedly. They know this is the perfect chance. If Ariel kisses Eric, the spell will be broken, and she will remain human forever. The two draw closer, their hearts aligned. Just as they are about to kiss, a surge of dark magic strikes. The boat tips, nearly capsizing, and the moment is ruined. Hidden in the shadows, Ursula seethes with rage. She will not allow Ariel to succeed. Meanwhile, under the sea, Ariel's sisters report to their father. They have searched but cannot find her. Triton grows increasingly worried, suspecting that Ursula is behind Ariel's disappearance. His fears prove correct, though he does not yet know the full truth. Back on land, Ariel and Eric return to the palace. Eric's guardian observes how happy the prince is around her, and tells Eric that perhaps he has already found the girl he has been searching for. Yet Eric remains conflicted. Though he feels joy with Ariel, he still longs for certainty about the mysterious rescuer who saved him during the storm. Determined to uncover the truth, he walks alone along the shore. There, out of the mist, a girl appears, singing with the exact same voice he remembers. Convinced this is the one, Eric takes her back to the palace. He does not realize that this girl is Ursula in disguise, transformed into a beautiful maiden through dark sorcery. The next morning, Ariel awakens with excitement. This is her last chance to tell Eric of her love. But when she goes to find him, her heart shatters. Eric is with the false maiden, declaring her as the girl he loves and intends to marry. Around her neck glows the locket containing Ariel's stolen voice, proof of Ursula's deception. Devastated, Ariel flees from the palace, consumed by despair. That night, Scuttle, Ariel's bird friend, hears singing carried on the wind. Recognizing it as Ariel's voice, he follows the sound and discovers the truth. The voice is trapped within the maiden's locket. Realizing the girl is Ursula in disguise, he rushes to warn Ariel. Together with Flounder and Sebastian, they hatch a plan to expose the witch. Ariel, though heartbroken, gathers her courage. She knows this is her only chance to reclaim her voice and her love. As the palace prepares for the engagement ceremony, Ariel's friends launch their attack. Scuttle swoops down, distracting the false maiden. Flounder and Sebastian create chaos, and in the struggle, Ariel manages to seize the locket. With trembling hands, she smashes it, releasing her voice. The moment it returns to her, she cries out, calling to Eric. At last, Eric hears her voice and recognizes the truth. Ariel is the one who saved him. But the joy is short-lived. Ursula, exposed, transforms back into her monstrous form, tentacles thrashing violently. She grabs Ariel and drags her back into the the depths below. Ursula gloats over her victory. She presents Ariel before King Triton, revealing their deal. According to the contract, Ariel belongs to her now. Triton, desperate to save his daughter, sacrifices himself. He offers his own power in exchange for Ariel's freedom. Ursula seizes the trident, striking him down and claiming the throne of the seas. With Triton defeated, Ursula grows even stronger, her tentacles expanding, her body rising until she towers like a giant beast across the ocean floor. Her laughter echoes like thunder as storms rage above. Ariel struggles against her, but Ursula is relentless. She conjures whirlpools and lightning, threatening to destroy everything. On the surface, Eric refuses to stand by. He takes command of a ship and sails directly into the storm. Battling the raging waters, he steers toward Ursula. As the witch prepares to strike Ariel, Eric risks everything. With perfect timing, he drives the broken ship's splintered bow straight into Ursula's chest. Her scream shakes the ocean as the magic within her shatters. Her massive body collapses, and she sinks into the depths, destroyed once and for all. The sea grows calm. With Ursula's death, her dark spells are undone. King Triton is restored to life, his trident returned to him. He looks at Ariel, who has risked everything for her love. Though he is relieved, he sees the sorrow in her eyes. She is torn between her world under the sea and her heart's desire on land. Sebastian quietly tells the king that Ariel's true happiness lies with Eric. Triton, realizing the depth of her love, makes his choice. With a gentle wave of his trident, he transforms Ariel into a human once more. On the shore, Eric mourns the loss of Ariel, believing he has lost her forever. But then, to his joy, Ariel emerges from the sea, human, alive, and smiling. The two run into each other's arms, their love finally fulfilled. Ariel's dream of living among humans has come true. Soon after, they are wed in a grand celebration, uniting land and sea. Ariel embraces her father one last time, and Triton, with pride and love, admits he was wrong. Not all humans are bad. There can be peace between their worlds. Ariel smiles through her tears. Finally freed, as the film draws to a close, Ariel and Eric set sail together. With love guiding them, they embark on a new journey, not just to rule a kingdom, but to explore the wide world hand in hand. The waves crash gently behind them, and the story ends with hope, harmony, and a love that bridged two worlds forever.